And there's 5 or 6 things you've got to do right. Area, there are pests, fire ants are a problem here, armadillos and skunks. They're not a big problem. The heat and the dry is probably your biggest challenge here. There's 5 or 6 things you have to do right to successfully raise earthworms. Beyond that, it's just work and keeping up with it.
What are your 5 things that you've got to do?
Moisture, proper feed, and expansion, know when to expand. Each earthworm lays an egg capsule. They're asexual. Each egg capsule hatches an average of 4 earthworms every 3 weeks. The red wiggler is pretty much universal. Back in the 70s, the U.S. was shipping thousands of pounds of red wigglers to Japan for landfills because they separated all their trash. It was populated, they turned the landfill into a farm. It was full of worms and castings. So the red wiggler, some of the books say that they were bred by a certain individual. How did they get to West Texas? How did they get out here? There's a native worm here. They get real long and white. They have a longer breeding cycle, longer maturity cycle, and if you move them from their natural habitat into a bed, they die.
Oh, wow.
There's no explanation for it. But if you have a worm box or a worm bed somewhere and you take one of these native worms, put them into it, next day he's going to be dead.
Okay.
And everybody else talks to had the same experience. The red wiggler is often referred to as your domesticated earthworm. He's the most popular because they have a rapid reproduction cycle. They're a voracious feeder, and they work your top 3 or 4 inches of soil, and that's where all your feeder roots are.
So now in Texas, when we go in our backyard, we live off of the Spring Creek. When we go in our backyard, the common Texas earthworm that I would find in my soil is what?
It depends. If he's long and white,
Okay.
he's just a native worm. I don't know their species name.
Okay, but I think these are kind of reddish. They're not dark red, but...
They're probably the red wiggler. Your people that are more serious fishermen want the red wiggler because they're native to this area, and your fish go largely off of odor, and they recognize the odor. See, these here have a little bit more red color to them.
Oh, there's a lot of red ones. So then your beds don't have to be very deep because they're all pretty much at the top.
Yeah. No, when we put a new bed in, we make it no more than 4 inches deep.
Okay.
We moisten the ground real good.
Jerry, let's just take it from ground one. Let's go ahead and now that you've gone from your wood to your metal, how do you go ahead and design a new bed?
Well, as you can see, we stake it up. I have a stake here. This keeps the bed from the tin from falling out. Here I've got it inside and outside. I drive in metal stakes. That keeps the tin up. We try to get rid of the vegetation if we can. I'll put in 3 inches or so of horse manure. That is an exceptional bedding because it stays looser. I'll get it real moist. We'll put in, like if we're going to put in a whole bed, we'll put the whole bed in 3 or 4 inches deep in horse manure. Then, like this bed here, what we would do with our fork is just come in and scoop out just about 3 or 4 inches of it. You'll probably get, see this bed here is the point, the bed a while ago needed feed. This has some feed left in it, but it's to the point it needs to be fed again. The moisture is really pretty good on it. We won't water it today.
So now you have a drip system?
Yeah.
And so you want to keep it really moist?
Yeah.
Okay, but not running?
The 3 or 4 inches in first, put the worms in, and then cover it with 1 inch or 2 more of horse manure for feed and cover. Like Sarah and I will load 3 or 4 wheelbarrows. We'll fill one up. I'll take it to her. She puts the new bed as I'm taking out of the old bed. And then we'll put another 1 inch or 2 inches of horse manure for cover and water it.